What's going on, YouTube? Reezonoticz coming right back at you, man. It's been a little while since I made a video, but like I left a comment on my YouTube channel a couple days ago saying there's gonna be a lot more videos coming, and I meant it, man. First off, I want to take some time to thank my subscribers, people that follow me, watch my videos. I'm glad you guys enjoy it, man. I do it for the love of gaming, and I do it for people like y'all that love games as much as I do, and just want some honest input and insight into games on different consoles, man, and even retro games. What I do, man. So thanks a lot for following me. Thanks a lot for checking out my videos, commenting, leaving your love, your respect, and even your disagreements, man. I take it all in stride, man. So yeah, that's number one. Number two, I wanted to say, take a time out to say congratulations to the Baltimore Ravens and Ray Lewis, the Ultimate Warrior, dog, when it comes to sports, man. When it comes to football, there ain't never been a tougher dude to play the game and a more dedicated dude. He deserved to go out as a champ. I'm glad I got to see that, man. God bless you and your team, man. I'm extremely happy for you guys, man. And of course, congratulations to the 49ers because they played a hell of a game. With that being said, before I get into this new video review that I'm about to do right now, I want to take time also to let you guys know, subscribers, followers, people that watch my videos, to let y'all know about my new Facebook page called Reezon's Reviews. R-E-E-Z-O-N-Z Reviews with a Z. And so it's a Facebook page that I set up dedicated strictly to video game reviews, basically written reviews. Same stuff you see here in video, just on a written format. So if you want to see my input or insight on a certain game more in depth than you will get in a video, go there, man. I have up right now, I have the Zombie U review. I have an NBA 2K13 review. And I had wanted to put a written version of the review I'm going to do right now, but I figured let me just do it on my YouTube channel, man, and let y'all know about that new Facebook page, man. So hopefully y'all check it out. Alright, so check this out, man. I'm doing a video review on FarCry 3, first-person shooter on the PlayStation 3. Of course, it also came out on the 360, if I'm not mistaken, but I got it on the PS3 because I don't really trust 360 and I don't own one. But that being said, let me just give you some background. FarCry is a first-person shooter franchise. It's been across PC and multiple consoles. The only games in the series that I'm familiar with are Far Cry Extinction, I believe is what it's called, which was on the Xbox original, which was later remade into Far Cry Vengeance for the Nintendo Wii as a launch title, and Far Cry 2, which I have on the PS3, and now Far Cry 3. I must say, out of all the Far Crys, this is by far, in my humble opinion, the best of the bunch. It is straight up unbelievable, engrossing, immersive, a first-person shooter that really takes you, it just puts you in the environment, if I can use those words. Basically, one thing that I really like about this game right off the top, right off the bat, is that when you play other Far Cry games, you are usually a mercenary or, Jack Carver, a badass character, an ex-mercenary who's got all these skills with weapons, who's been injected with something in his DNA that he can go into a predator mode and just unleash crazy on the enemies. It's always very over the top, very, like you never feel like you're at a disadvantage, as far as the character. In this one, right off the bat, they introduce you to the character that you're going to be controlling and the people you're going to be interacting with. And you're some rich kid from California or from the States, and you're on a mini vacation with all your friends and brothers and sisters, wilding out, taking shots on the beach. You ain't never seen a gun in your life. You know what I'm saying? You're just some rich kid there who doesn't have a care in the world, and you're on this tropical island. You end up getting kidnapped, all of you, and you're about to be sold into the black market, sold off as slaves, basically, by the rebels and the mercenaries that control this island. They use this island as a stop in their trade route to trade slaves and to sell, people, human trafficking, basically. So it's a very dark undertone in the game. The villain in the game is epically played. I can't recall his name right now, unfortunately, because it's been a couple weeks since I played the game, but just a very sadistic, crazy, insane type dude. But yeah, so basically, you're not the same character that you've traditionally been in these Far Cry games, where you're just some overall badass. You're not that at all. You're some rich, snobby kid who didn't have a care in the world and never seen a gun. And as the game progresses, you start becoming a badass with these guns and these weapons, and you start really filling in the role. And you kind of grow up from a boy to a man in a sense. I'm not saying men go out there and kill people. I'm just making a comparison. But yeah, so that's the one thing I really like about the game. Two, and right now, let me get to the graphics, all right? This is a beautiful game to look at. It is a beautiful game to play. Now, if you know me, follow any of my other videos, you'll know that I'm a sucker for lush, open environments, man. Especially tropical settings, islands, beaches, the ocean, stuff like that. When you can put that in a video game, give me, the player, the ability and the privilege to explore it unlimitedly and not be confined by imaginary walls or invisible boundaries and stuff like that, I'm a sucker for that, man. I'm a sucker for, in a video game, especially first-person style games, getting to the top of a mountain and just looking down and seeing a vista of just clear, straight-up depth and realism in the graphics. I'm a sucker for that, man. Yo, that really gets me. And this game does just that. The environments are lush, amazing, atmospheric, just the lush vegetation, every tree, every blade of grass moves, everything is in real time, real detail constructed beautifully. The ocean itself, the waters, the waves, the sounds, the night and day cycles, when it goes from day to night, the way the environment changes and the stars come out and it all looks amazingly real. You really do feel like you're on this tropical island. And the island is so unbelievably huge, or the islands I should say, because it's kind of like a chain of islands all together, are so huge that traversing them on foot without using one of the millions of vehicles that are available in the game, which I'll get into now, it really feels like you're walking across an entire island. You know what I'm saying? So it's really well done. Another thing I like about this game is what I mentioned, the vehicles. The fact that you can use anything that has wheels or anything that has any way to move you somehow, you can use it as a vehicle in this game. Don't matter what it is. If you find an ATV, you can use it. If you find a Jeep, you can use it. If you find a jet ski, you can use it. If you find a raft, you can use it. If you find a boat, you can use it. If you find a hang glider, you can use it. And these are all legitimate. Vehicles in this game that I have found and used throughout the game. So basically, that's another thing that I think adds to the depth of the game and the immersiveness, is that there's always something new as far as how you move, how you get around the island. Give me just 1 second. You know, there's a lot of ways to get around this island. There's a lot of things that you can do, so it's really amazing. Another thing I like about this game that really took it to another level for me, as far as FarCry especially, was the wildlife. In this game, there is a myriad of wildlife. And the other thing about it that's amazing is not only are they faithfully reproduced to their real life counterparts and actually look like real wildlife, they're not just there for decoration. They will attack you. They will hunt you. You got to contend with them while you're contending with the mercenaries that you're trying to fend off and run away from. And at the same time, you will inevitably end up chasing down and hunting these different species of wildlife for their skins, for their hides, because you will skin them and use their hide to make pouches, satchels, holsters, bags to carry more weapons and more ammunition. And so the game has a kind of a customizable feature to it in that sense. It's very well done, man. The action is intense. The gunfights, especially when you get into what I like to call boss battles, even though they're not really a boss. It's kind of like a scenario where, you know, you got to protect somebody and they're surrounding they're surrounding the camp with enemies coming in and you got to fend them off. That gets really intense. The weaponry, top notch. You know, your standard rifles, guns, rocket launchers, grenades, machetes, your melee weapon. You know, it's just really well done. I mean, I can't complain, especially since I'm not typically a first-person shooter kind of guy, because first-person shooters have been done to death from, you know, when Halo came out on the original Xbox till now. Yes, there was a couple first-person shooters before that, but the genre didn't get saturated like it is now. That started right around the original Xbox when Halo came out, onward now. Till now, you got a new Call of Duty every 6 months, basically. You know, you got two teams making Call of Duties. You got Treyarch and you got Infinity War. So every 6 months you got a new Call of Duty game. And it's really all the same, people. It really is. So this being a first-person shooter, catching my eye like that is because it's imaginative. I mean, it's crazy, man. If I need to get to a certain point that my radar's telling me, I can go on a vehicle. I can go to the top of the mountain, find a hang glider, and glide there over a long distance. I can get a jet ski and go out on the jet ski and go way out to sea and circle the island and come around the other side completely undetected. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of ways that you can go about playing this game. The story is linear in a sense, but the world is so open that the gameplay itself and the way you get from point A to point B and how you do things is not so linear because the world is so expansive. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I gotta say about the gameplay. There is an online multiplayer. I haven't really dabbled with that because I'm not really into that. Especially, you know, I mean, I don't really do that much online gaming because to me, you know, people get cheap and they start to annoy the hell out of you. Instead of playing the game for fun and really having a decent online experience, you got, you know, people who like to exploit the game and find little loopholes in it and just be cheap. So I don't really deal too much with the online gaming. At least not with people I don't know because it just gets repetitive and ridiculous. But that being said, it does have an online multiplayer. What else can I say about this game, man? The graphics, like I said, are beautiful. The environments are not to be messed with. They are perfect. The action is fast and furious, man, from the opening. You know, you see your brother, you know, I don't want to give a spoiler away, so I'll just say, you know, it starts off hot and heavy in the beginning, and you're out there on your own trying to find your brothers and your friends who all got kidnapped. You get befriended by a group of rebels who are fighting off these mercenaries that live on that island, and you're kind of like the chosen one. You know, it's one of those type of storylines, but it's very engrossing, and it's very, you know, it sucks you in and draws you into the experience, and you really feel like you're on this island fighting for your life. You know what I'm saying? So it's very well done. I can't say enough good things about this, man. FarCry 3 on the PlayStation 3. Again, like I said, I believe it came out on the 360. Don't quote me on that, because when it comes to 360, I really don't know. I really don't care. No offense to 360 owners. You know, that's just me. I don't really vibe with that system, so I don't know. I believe it came out on the 360 as well. But it's a hell of an experience. I mean, just at least give it a rent. Get GameFly, check it out. I don't know, do what you do. If y'all into that illegal pirating stuff, whatever, do that. Just play the game, because it is well worth it. It's an experience. It's well worthwhile, and it's not your typical traditional closed quarters military-based first-person shooter. It's an epic, expansive adventure out in nature, out in the open wilderness of this island, under the stars, under the sun. You know, being hunted by wildlife, being hunted by mercenaries, hunting back, planning strategies. It's amazing, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this review. If you know me, I'm not really into numbers, giving a number system review, but for those of you who want that, I'll give this easily. This is a 9 out of 10, without a doubt. I definitely recommend it to anybody who has any kind of affection for first-person shooters. This is a definite masterpiece. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Yo, check out my new page, Reezons Reviews. Reezons with a Z at the end, Reviews with a Z at the end. Check it out. There soon you will find the written version of the review I just did. But on there already, you got my Zombie U review for the Wii U. You got my NBA 2K13 review for NBA 2K13. I know that game's been out for a while, but I just had to do a review for it because I love that game. You know what I'm saying? Coming soon will be more videos, retro games, man. I'm going to hit up my retro collection. I'm going to go back to the GameCube and the N64. I'm going to start there and see where it takes me, man. That's going to be both for videos and for the Facebook page. God bless y'all. Stay gaming, man. I love y'all. This is why I do what I do. Peace.